What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and thank you for understanding that YouTube is now run by AI. Well, with that, it is allowing general discussions about crypto, NFTs, and other digital assets. That's all that this video is. It is not a promise, promotion, suggestion, recommendation, or guarantee of any kind. It is just you and I talking about crypto, talking about news, talking about prices, and that's what we're going to jump right into. Now, we already went over 58 neutral territory. We have not seen this since Bitcoin hit an all-time high. And even then, it was just one tick into the greed. Okay, we're not even talking about an extremely greedy situation at that point in time. So we are looking very good in terms of confidence returning to the market. This is your first sign that buyers may return as well. On the week, Bitcoin's up 10%, Ethereum's up 14%, you've got Solana up 9%, so we've got some decent gains going on. On the day, a 4% gain in Bitcoin, 6% in Ethereum, you've got 3.5% in Solana, so major altcoins are rising. Meme coins, however, trading a little bit slower. If we come out here and we look at meme coins, we really need to see that greedy and extremely greedy territory before meme coins can take off. You've got a slight 3% overall gain in meme coins on the day today. Of course, you know, the most viewed, Pepe, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu coin, Siren, and Trump. And they're not performing phenomenally, but they are performing well. But let's jump into this news article right here. We've got some price predictions. Shiba Inu coin up 2%. Look at this. As $445 million worth of shorts get liquidated. Now, it doesn't necessarily seem that way, okay? So this must be some overall market news, right? Because, of course, if $445 million in shorts were liquidated on Shiba Inu coin, we would see a much larger spike here. But, dude, we are getting capped at this 50-day exponential moving average. Look at this. This is an absolute brick wall. So prepare now, because when this wall is torn down, we could see a beautiful rally and meme coins could thrive. Now, the article goes on to say that Shiba Inu coin volume and derivatives surged in price as the price rises 2%, while $445 million in crypto shorts are liquidated in a broad market squeeze. So this is the overall market here. So Shiba Inu coin records renewed trading activity amid a broader market recovery and heavy short liquidations. I say healthy because I'm not short. The token has risen over the past 24 hours, supported by stronger participation across spot and derivatives markets. Price action shows mild gains, but remains inside a tight consolidation range, and it is very, very tight indeed. Now, however, momentum stays limited near key resistance levels, keeping the short-term trend unclear. And that key resistance level is the 50-day exponential moving average, which now sits at 604 points per coin. Shiba Inu coin is trading at 600 points per coin. It is trying to break through. And guys, if it does, I hope that by the time you're watching this video, no matter what time it is today that you're watching it, dude, I hope I'm so wrong and SHIB's not trading at 600. I hope SHIB's trading at 6,000 by the time you guys are watching this video here. Now, it goes on to say that Shiba Inu coin trades near 592. Of course, it's at 600 now. Up 2% in the last 24 hours, so about 3% right now. Spot trading volume increases 50% to $127 million, and according to market data. This marks a recovery after a week of weak activity. Now, it goes on to say... Now, do they have the weeks wrong? Oh, no, they just were... I was like, after a week... but no, they just said after a week of activity. That was kind of weird wording, sorry. Derivatives activity also expands sharply. Volume rises 102% to $161 million, with open interest increasing 3.12% to $62 million, showing fresh capital entering leverage positions. Traders appear to be positioning for a breakout move. and they could absolutely see it if this moving average is breached here. Now, it goes on to say, however, price action remains constrained below 600 points per coin. That level continues to act as strong resistance, with real resistance to the 50-day exponential moving average, and Shiba Inu coin holds above the 50-day moving average of 584, which provides short-term support. So we're bouncing in between like a 15-point range there, between about 600 points per coin and 585 points per coin. Now, the asset trades between 562 and 644 since mid-March. Liquidations and short squeeze pressure. The broader crypto market has seen sharp liquidation wave during the same period. Total liquidations reached about $545 million, with nearly $445 million driven by short positions. This move comes after a strong rally. Dude, and the crazy thing to think about that is another $100 million in liquidations were on long positions. How over leveraged do you have to be to get liquidated on a long position today? Think about that. I mean, we're talking 4 or 5% gains across major altcoins, and these guys are getting liquidated to the tune of $100 million on long positions because they see a 1% pullback, a 0.5% pullback on the hour. That's 100+ X leverage that these guys are trading on in order to see $100 million wiped out on longs. Kind of crazy, man. Now, I was going to say that a total of 171,000 traders have been liquidated, and Bitcoin accounts for $236 million in losses, while Ethereum records $136 million. So the vast majority of trades right now are being opened on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Once we see the rotation from Bitcoin into altcoins into meme coins, then we could really see the greed kick up, speculation rise, and a risk on scenario.